Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thanks so much for stopping by. If you're new, my name is Shanique and this is TheVivaLaSpice. And on this channel, I like to talk about fashion, beauty, lifestyle, and thrifting. But today's video is going to be a lifestyle video. Yay! And it's going to be the start of a monthly series. So I have been wanting to include more videos talking about mental health here on my channel. And what better time to do it than now, entering the new year of 2021, leaving 2020 in the past. My hope is that this is going to be a monthly series that I will upload like within the first couple days of each month. I'm a little late this month, but I just like really finalized this concept and got everything together within the last few days. But like next month's video will go up somewhere between February 1st and like February 3rd. And each month I want to kind of talk about a theme that I want to focus on for that month. So I am calling this series The Monthly Mental. That kind of sounds like the monthly menstrual. So I might have to change that. You guys give me a suggestion on what I could call this series. It's going to talk about why is my voice always cracking? I just don't understand. But you know what? It's okay. Because this is fine. You guys, I'm so sorry if the camera keeps shaking like this. But I literally have the tripod on my bed because I'm trying to be comfortable. And, you know, 330. But yeah, a series every month that kind of talks about something, a theme for us to kind of get our lives together. What could we call that? The monthly mantra, the monthly mental. Let me know down in the comments and I'll have a name together by next month. For the month of January, I wanted the theme to be intention because that is going to be my like main underlying theme for the entire year of 2021. And I have my notes right here. So I'm just going to first give the definition for intention, a thing intended, an aim or a plan. And to be intentional is to do something on purpose or deliberately. The reason why I want to move with more intention or be more intentional with my life is because so many points in my life, I have felt like I didn't know what my purpose was. I was blowing in the wind and just going wherever the breeze was taking me. And if you guys have ever felt like that, and I feel like so many of us have felt like that at least one time in our life, you will know that it's very easy to feel like you don't know what your purpose is. And when you think about how large the universe is and how small we are, just a little tiny speck in this vast universe, it can be overwhelming and you can start to question your purpose. But I want everyone to know that I have a purpose, you have a purpose, your loved ones have purposes. We all have a purpose and we all have the ability to find out what that purpose is. And I feel like something that pushes you in the direction of finding your purpose is being intentional and moving with intention. So I'm not going to say, you know, I've mastered this. I'm not going to say I'm just a pro at any of these things I'm going to be talking about in the upcoming months of this year. But this is just what I'm trying to work on. You know, when you talk about things, when you share things, you just have a sense of community with each other. You're more likely to hold yourself accountable for these things. So yeah, so I want this to be a safe space where we can just talk in the comments and y'all can talk about anything. It doesn't have to be related to this video. I just want to interact with you guys and you guys interact with each other and this be a safe space and we can talk about how we're feeling for the month. So I want to ask you guys how you guys are feeling, first of all, about 2021. Are you hopeful? Are you afraid of a repeat? How are you guys feeling? Because I know it's a lot. It's a lot going on right now. But I wrote down some things that I think would be helpful in me being more intentional, and it may help you as well. So the first thing is making a to-do list every single day. Now, I make to-do lists all the time. I make lists for literally everything because I'm crazy. But the thing is to be consistent. So I find that on the days where I don't make a to-do list, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I'm doing things, but I'm not doing them with intention because, like, for me, I need a list and I need to check everything off the list. So for me, I need to work on making lists every day and being consistent. And when it comes to making to-do lists, it's always better to make them the night before because you tend to be more hopeful about the day the night before than the morning of. And who wants to wake up and like have to worry about planning your day? Like me, when I wake up, every moment is precious. So making to-do lists. A second thing is using a planner. So this was my planner for 2020. The Amy Knapp, the Very Busy Planner. Amazing planner, helps you get creative, get inspired, get organized. Just a great planner. And like, I probably will order this again. Like, it had a summer bucket list, but this was my planner. Do you see what's wrong here? Do you see what's wrong? I didn't use it because after everything happened in March, I was like, oh, we're all gonna die, so I don't need this anymore. So we're not gonna have a repeat this year. My grandmother actually got me this planner. It is from blackgifts.com. I will try and find it. I was trying to find it the other day and it seems to be all sold out, but I just love the graphics on it. I've already, started making sure I'm consistent with using it. I write down everything that I'm going to do for the day. If I know ahead of time, I'll write that down. I even write down like what workout I'm going to do. It has, goals and reminders on the side. I say all this to say you can literally get a planner anywhere, but a planner will change your life because there's something about writing stuff down that makes you want to do it more than if you were just thinking it. Also saying stuff out loud. So writing stuff down is very, very intentional. Get a planner. I will link these two down below if I can find them. $15 or less. Using a planner, definitely very important. And also just in general, being more intentional with what I'm consuming. So that goes for what I'm eating, what I'm buying, and what I'm watching, and what I'm listening to. So when it comes to what I'm buying, I spoke about this in my last video, which was my thrift haul. And if you haven't watched it, I will link it down below. But I talked about wanting to thrift with more intention, not just buying a whole bunch of stuff from the thrift store because it's cheap. That I used to do that all the time, and I will say now thrift stores are not cheap anymore like they used to be. But when stuff used to always be $2, $3, I used to buy so much stuff because I was like, it's cheap. It doesn't matter if I'm going to wear it or not. It doesn't matter if I only wear it once. It's cheap. Now, I only want to go to my closet and see things that I love, see things that make me feel things. Are they serving me? Is this bringing me joy? Also, realizing that as trendy as thrifting is, let's not forget that, one of the reasons why thrifting is such an amazing thing is it allows people who don't have a lot of money to shop and have clothes. And so I'm also more mindful of that when I go thrifting. And I'm like, do I really need to buy this jacket because it's $2? Versus, somebody who actually needs a jacket and can't afford to buy a new one. So when it comes to stuff that I buy, thrifting, even online shopping, anything that I buy, I'm like, does it have a purpose? And if it doesn't really have a specific purpose that it's serving, I don't need to buy it. The same goes with what I'm eating. I definitely have been guilty many, 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 many times in the past of eating because I'm bored. That is not eating with intention. When you're bored, you don't have any intentions because you're bored. You don't have a plan. You're not doing anything. So now that I'm being more conscious of my body, I am trying to be more intentional with what I eat and making sure, the stuff that's entering my body is healthy and serves the purpose of nourishing me, and also intentional with what I consume in regards to media. So what I'm watching, what I'm listening to, what I see. We consume so much media every day. We see so many images. We hear so many things, even subconsciously. The TV's on and you're doing something else, but it's feeding and going inside your subconscious, all of this stuff we are consuming, and it is having an effect on our lives. And you have to ask yourself, is it positive or is it negative? A lot of the stuff is negative. So just being very intentional with what I'm watching, not just having the TV on. I used to fall asleep with the TV on. I try not to do that anymore because I don't need to have the TV on if I'm sleeping. So just being intentional with that, and just being intentional with my time. I think once we realize how precious and how fleeting life is, it is a lot easier to be intentional. Life is something that is very easy to take for granted, especially, just on a day-to-day basis. Nobody wants to really think like your life could be over tomorrow. Your life could be over in an hour. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the truth. But obviously nobody wants to just have that lingering in the back of their mind. But once you really understand that life is not promised and you don't know when it's your time to go, I feel like it's a lot easier to be more intentional with your time, because you're looking at your time as a blessing. Your time is not something that you're always going to have. Like, you don't have an infinite amount of time. So being very mindful and intentional with what you do with your time is very important. So all of that is something that I'm going to keep in mind for the whole entire year, but especially for January. I wanted to start off my year with being intentional, because if I write down what I want to be intentional about and my intentions, everything else can fall into place, if that makes sense. I really am looking forward to the upcoming months, and this won't necessarily be the only mental health lifestyle video I do each month. I just wanted to do an actual series where I do a monthly video talking about a theme. But of course, if it's on my heart to talk about other topics, I will do that and make a video for that. But I'm really looking forward to this series. I'm really looking forward to just killing it this year, taking this year by storm, not feeling defeat. I didn't really feel defeated last year, but I know a lot of us did. So I really am optimistic about this year, and I just want to encourage and spread hope and positivity for this year, and let you guys know that y'all are not alone. It's so easy to feel alone, especially now that so many times we've had to be isolated. But the thing that's crazy is, during this pandemic, even though we had to be isolated, I feel like in a way it did bring us together, because we couldn't do anything. So we had to kind of connect in a different way. So people were doing things virtually and, reaching out to family members that they hadn't heard from. And I don't know, it's just weird. It's just funny how life works. Please feel free, guys, to comment down below whatever you want to comment, as long as it's positive. I want this to be a positive space for us to just talk about whatever we need to talk about or want to talk about. And you guys can give me suggestions for the name of this, because the monthly menstrual, I just don't know about that. But also suggestions for just future videos in general. So I love you guys. You guys stay safe, stay healthy, stay positive. And as always, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye.